Angelo Gyp DiCarlo, September 2, 1902, October 20, 1973, was a member of the New York City Genovese crime family who dominated loan sharking operations in New Jersey during the 1960s. The subject of a 2-year federal undercover operation, DiCarlo's conviction revealed widespread corruption of New Jersey public officials and tied singer Frank Sinatra to organized crime. Early years. DiCarlo was born in Hoboken, New Jersey on September 2, 1902. He represented Genovese family business interests in the New Jersey underworld. He was an associate of Abner Longier Zwillman and Gerardo Catena. DiCarlo was an excellent cook. His specialty was fried pasta with anchovies. His wife died mysteriously after giving birth. He reportedly later married a woman named Frances Ryan and had 2 children. His arrest record included income tax evasion, breaking and entering, counterfeiting, robbery, and liquor law violations. DiCarlo owned the La Martinique Tavern in Mountainside, New Jersey. Based in New Jersey, DiCarlo rose to the position of caporegime, or captain, of a crew. He achieved this promotion by gaining control over the loan sharking, or juice racket, illegal gambling, and murder for hire. DiCarlo also systematically eliminated his rival mobsters during the late 1950s. Mob career. Wiretapping. Between 1961 and 1963, federal agents began wiretapping conversations between DiCarlo and his mob associates. These wiretaps revealed corruption among law enforcement, prominent businessmen and state officials including Newark Mayor Hugh Addonizio and influential Hudson County politician John J. Kenney. Both Addonizio's and Kenney's political careers ended after the wire transcripts were published. The transcripts also mentioned Sinatra. On one tape, DiCarlo discussed methods for committing murder. He described a so-called humane hit in which he shot a victim through the heart. According to DiCarlo, it was a painless way to die. Saperstein death. In September 1968, DiCarlo and his men brutalized Louis Saperstein, who owed DiCarlo $400,000. Government witness and former mob associate Gerald Zelmanowitz described an intense beating of Saperstein in DiCarlo's office due to a $5,000 monthly interest payment. Zelmanowitz said Saperstein was lying on the floor, looking purple, his tongue hanging out, and he was covered in blood and spit. On November 26, 1968, Saperstein died of arsenic poisoning. That same day, the FBI received a letter from Saperstein that detailed his problems with DiCarlo. In March 1970, DiCarlo was convicted of conspiracy to commit murder and was sentenced to 12 years imprisonment. Presidential pardon. After DiCarlo served 18 months in prison, President Richard Nixon pardoned him, ostensibly due to his poor health. DiCarlo himself claimed to be dying of cancer. Disregarding the usual protocol, U.S. Attorney General Richard Kleindienst approved the pardon request and sent it to White House counsel John Dean. Dean then delivered the request directly to Nixon. It was rumored that Vice President Spiro Agnew, a personal friend of Frank Sinatra, persuaded Nixon to approve the request. Special Watergate prosecutor Archibald Cox later investigated the DiCarlo pardon, but found no evidence of corruption. In December 1972, DiCarlo was released from prison. He died in Mountainside, New Jersey on October 20, 1973. This was 5 days before a deadline to pay a $20,000 fine from his 1970 conviction. He was buried in Gate of Heaven Cemetery in East Hanover, New Jersey. The funeral was scheduled for the afternoon but was held in the morning because the family just didn't want any more publicity. In popular culture, DiCarlo is portrayed by actor Christopher Walken in the 2014 film Jersey Boys about Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. See also List of people pardoned or granted clemency by the President of the United States. References. Further reading. Koenig, Rhoda, March 6, 2008. Mob Music: How the Creators of the Jersey Boys Got a Call from the Mafia. The Independent. Retrieved May 1, 2015.cs1 maint. Ref Harv. Link. Clark, Thurston and Tighe, John J. Jr. Dirty Money. Swiss Banks, the Mafia, Money Laundering, and White-Collar Crime. New York. Simon & Schuster, 1975. ISBN 9780671219659. Whitney, Jonathan. Vicious Circles. The Mafia in the Marketplace. New York. W. W. Norton, 1979. ISBN 9780393011883. 3 vols. Joseph and Peter Bridge. The Mafia Talks. Greenwich, Connecticut, Fawcett, 1969. Zager, Henry A. The Jersey Mob. New York. New American Library, 1975. Kelly, Robert J. Encyclopedia of Organized Crime in the United States. Westport, Connecticut. Greenwood Press, 2000. ISBN 9780313306532. Sifakis, Carl. The Mafia Encyclopedia. New York. DeCapole Press, 2005. ISBN 9780816056941. 1 Bureau of Narcotics, U.S. Treasury Department. Mafia, the Government's Secret File on Organized Crime. HarperCollins Publishers, 2007. ISBN 0-06-136385-5.